Hi there. I am in my bathroom and not talking about shower mold and mildew, thank goodness. No, I have a bunch of makeup and different things that I'm wanting to organize, and I do happen to have my sidekick Archie with me. Archie, say hi. Oh, yes. But back to business. I'm gonna show y'all real quick. So this looks really bad, but these are some things that they do not look bad. However, some things I just bought at Container Store that I'm gonna try to organize my makeup with. Just some different trays I'll show you in a minute. But in the meantime, I have all these different tubs and piles of different products that I have gathered, and I did have everything organized at one point in this shelving unit, but I have quickly outgrown it. I had things that I wanted to take for travel, and backups kind of on these top two shelves. Then for makeup I use every day, I had this little tray. I had some things here. I have some things out. I have some things in a drawer, and then I have more supplies. Sorry, you saw my lovely trash. Too much accumulated. So I'm gonna go through now. Oh, and then also where I can't get to it right now, I have even more things separated, like masks and foundations and things I want to try. And then I also have another little trolley sort of thing in my closet. So I'm just gonna work through, try to get rid of anything that's old, anything I won't actually use. And anyway, at least get things where I can access them and actually utilize them. So thought I would put ya somewhere here and clean out real quick, and then I want to share with you some of my newer products that I've tested out and what I liked and what I didn't, and you might actually be surprised. There is a concealer that is becoming a cult favorite, and it does not work for me. So I was gonna tell you how and why, and see if maybe some of y'all have experienced the same thing. So I'm gonna put you on the side of the tub and get to work. So if you hear noises in the background, it is very windy here today, and I have people in the house working. So hang with me, and maybe I will get this little project finished today. Okay, so I was just showing you that I got several of these. They're calling them bricks, I guess. Bricks. Customizable organization at Container Store. So my plan and I got a few other things while I was there. You know how it is at the Container Store, you always find more than you probably go in to get. So this is the bottom base. It is size-wise, it is not going to tell me, but I think it was 8.5 by 14.5. And so I got two of these that stack in each other like that. And then I got one this size that will stack on top, and then two that are more shallow that will stack on top of that, and then these two little ones that, so all together, if I can show you, it will look like this. And I thought, I didn't see at the store, but I thought I would look to see if this company actually makes, or maybe it's online, little trolley wheels that could go on this bottom of the stack, just a base. And if so, my plan is to put these back here where the knee hole is for when I set and put on makeup. If these could just be back in that corner because I don't have very long legs, then it's where I could keep things that I don't need all the time, but you know, if I have a double of something or a backup, I could keep them in here. But I also thought these flat little trays would be nice to put my reusable makeup removers, because I throw them on the side of the tub and I am quite sure that my husband gets tired of seeing them because they do look disgusting. So if I could just lay them up here, they could dry out and not get moldy and not be in my laundry basket getting everything else dirty. But I could keep, you know, clean ones in one tray and dirty ones in another, and then I would know where to get them when it was time to wash them. So that is the plan. So I'm gonna take everything out, sort it, and see what fits where, and hopefully it'll get done. Pop on a YouTube video or two and learn something new. Clearly I did not get enough storage bins, but this will help. So I keep thinking of places where I stash things. And for example, brush cleaning supplies. I think I might see if I can put all those in a tray so they're not taking up space under the sink. I'll let you know how it goes. So I feel weird talking to you like that. So that is leading me to need to clean out my under cabinet, plus to merge in all the stuff I can't get to right now. So this is gonna be a bigger project than I thought. This sounded good. Hydration for dry, tired legs and feet by Lano. It says refreshing and deeply hydrating, slather on a thick layer and leave your feet and legs soft, refreshing, and glossy. With lanolin to deeply hydrate and peppermint to refresh. Transforms dried out and tired legs and feet to super soft or fresh ones. Leave a silky veil on the skin for continual moisture. And lanolin mimics your own skin oils. Nature's Wonder Moisturizer Peppermint. I can't wait to try that. I'll leave that out and put that on tonight. Work a little, snack a little. One of the things that I have talked about a lot are these little flyer deals that you get that have scents in them. And they make such, ooh, that actually smells really good. They make good drawer centers, like makeup drawer, underwear drawer, pockets of jackets, purses you don't use all that often. Desk drawer, I don't know, I just put them here, there, and everywhere, and when they don't smell anymore, ooh, I throw them away. So I don't know, I just think that if these things are going to be out there, instead of automatically throwing them away, it would be nice for them to have a purpose other than 2 seconds of somebody smelling it. So might want to give that a thought. I will link the video that I mentioned these in so that if you want to get some other tips, you can. Okay, so I am, Archie's having some fun. Over here, I have made a little progress on my stand, reorganized what was there, put more of the taller things there. You can see my little stack starting over here. I still have one more of the things I bought today to fill, and then I'm filling this one here. So I still have all the stuff to put in it. Ooh, and some of this I need to clear out, and over there as well. But I can go now and get my other items that I wasn't able to reach earlier today. It's weird for me to be not talking to you, but anyway, I am gonna run get those things, add them to the mix, and keep on working. I'll be back. So these are the extras and this little thing that I brought from another room. Apparently I have an affinity, or let's just say I hoard hand lotion. So anyway, it is what it is, but I need to condense or do something, weed them out. Not been successful as far as finishing, but I did make a great start, so I'm gonna call it a night so that I can do some other things I need to do. I did get my trolley updated and cleaned out. I got a few stacks finished, got one more to complete. I still need to clean out this bin and all of this, and another stack that is almost finished, and then these things are yet to find a new home. Plus, oh, don't know if I showed you that. The more I work on it, the more I find, but oh well, we'll get there. So I did not get my cleaning project finished, so it is now a day later. I have much less to deal with, but I still have things to deal with, and so I'm gonna hopefully finish it today. I did find out, and I may have already popped it on the screen, but I did find out that Bricks by Like It, or is it Liked It? But anyway, they do have little labels. So I've ordered some of those from Container Store, and then I looked to see if they had a wheelbase, and they have wheels, but they don't fit the pieces that I have. They fit like a stacking tower, which I don't think will work for me, but I already have these anyway, so I don't want to switch out. So I may try to build a little platform myself that I can put some wheels on. So we'll see about that. That would be, I don't know, crafting maybe 201, might be above my head, but anyway, some of these products that I have are things that I want to keep, and then some of them are like, you know, things that you've used at a hotel, you don't want to leave because they'll throw it away, so you take it with you, and then you find that you have it 5 or 10 years later. But it's just weeding out. I do have lots of samples that I really need to try to organize some way, put over where I get dressed every day, and see which ones I like and maybe want to order the product. So I'm going to keep on going through all this. These are kind of this is my stash of, and there's Archie again. This is my stash of little, samples, but finished organizing my bathroom makeup beauty products as best that I can. Ultimately, I just have way too much, so note to self, save a little money and don't buy so much. But I did promise I would be sharing with you some of my recent favorites and failures, so let me get started. And some of these things aren't necessarily new out there, it's just things that I have recently tried. So one of my all-time favorites, not all-time favorites, but one of my recent favorites, which you can tell I've used a lot of, and it is Tarte Foundsealer. Can't say it correctly. Multitasking foundation, broad spectrum, SPF 20. I would say that it is a full coverage foundation. You may not think it is. I really do think you probably would. I do like that you twist to open it, because that's one less piece of something that you need to lose or break or drop. It also makes it convenient for travel because the lid is not going to come off. So I have enjoyed this. I have probably a hair on the dry side kind of skin, and I do have big pores. I'm 54 years old, so I've got lines and wrinkles and all those beautiful things that we acquire with age. So this actually does pretty good. Now, I know everybody is really different and you really have to try what works for you. But for me, I do use a moisturizer all over my face every morning. So by the time I'm putting on my concealer, I do have some opportunity for the concealer to move around. So some things that work for other people, because of my large pores, because of my fine lines and wrinkles, and because of using a moisturizer in the morning, they can settle, they can move, just all sorts of lovely things, such as highlighting the pores, which is never good. But this one I find to be really good for me. So if you've got the same situations I do, this might be one you would like to try. And I must admit, Archie's in there being totally cute. But if you go back 10 years, I wouldn't have wanted a full coverage. I mean, not even 5 years, probably 6 or 7 years ago, that Laura Mercier that everybody seemed to use, that they changed the formula of, and the second formula wasn't as good. That was pretty much my daily, because that's all the coverage I needed. But now it seems like I've got a little bit more irregularity in my skin tone, so I do like to have a bit more coverage. So this one I really do like. And I've actually subscribed to Tarte emails, and they offer a lot of pretty good deals. And to be honest, a lot of items that I've tried of theirs, I have actually enjoyed, like up at the top of the list, kind of enjoy. So that brings me to my favorite concealer right now, which is Creaseless Concealer, also by Tarte. I bought these two at the same time. I did get good matches on color, I believe. Y'all may agree or disagree. But this I find also to be a bit more full coverage in the concealer. And I like it because I don't feel like, I mean, if you get too much of any product, it will settle, especially for me, in my eye wrinkles. But I feel like I can use a dab of this, and because it is more what I feel is full coverage, then there's not enough product there to get in my lines, but there is enough product there to actually cover what I need covered, which is dark circles. Again, another lovely treat. So those are both, for me, really good products. Now, everybody on the internet seems to be in love with Lancome's Tint Adol Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. And you guys, it does not work in my skin. It is what I find to be very thin and watery. And so once I blot it out or, you know, even it out, blend it in, thank you. It's like it wasn't even there. And honestly, I can put my powder on over it. The powder takes it away. I mean, I can't get this stuff to stay. So it was literally for me just a big old waste of money. Now, I will say I do like the very large doe foot applicator. As you can see, it is really big. The only thing is, because it is so big, when you take it out of the bottle, I've been having the product like flick all over my counter. So, you know, bless its heart, it's just not able to do much for me. And I did like I do like a lot of Lancome concealers. This is just not one that works in my repertoire. So if I were to keep going in the concealer line, this is Trish McEvoy's Instant Eye Lift. It kind of has a pinky shade to it, much more traditional doe foot, but I do like it. I have been using this under my eyes in the morning. I use my Tarte Creaseless concealer over zits and other things that need hiding, and then this under my eyes. Sometimes, depending on how much coverage I need, I might use both, but I do like it. It blends out well, it goes on, and you can actually see a difference. It's not real heavy, but it's not so watery thin that it's like you didn't put anything on your face. So give it a try. I think you might actually enjoy it. Something else I have been using that I've had for a few months, but I just hadn't used it actually, and it's this Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray by Charlotte Tilbury. Party all night, stay all day. It smells good. I spray it on after I get off my makeup on. Bless Archie's heart, he's cleaning the floor for me. And it actually, I feel like it is working. Even if it weren't working, it's refreshing. I just don't see how it's not working, if that makes any sense. So that's another one that is one of my favorites. And then a not so favorite, and it comes down to brushes. Let's start brush category. I had noticed that there was a YouTube gal that always has some really good finds that had mentioned this Tarte foundation brush, and I'm not sure its real name. It really gets in there, even with a great foundation, it gets in there and pulls all of my makeup in my pores and wipes it away on my skin. And you know, what I like to do as far as technique when I'm using a foundation brush, which I love a beauty blender also, but I like to put my foundation out on my hand. From there, I put it on, you know, the 4 quadrants of my face. Then I will even take my brush usually and get a little product on it just so that it's not wearing away the product I just put on my face. Then I will like actually move it around my face so that it's got even product. And then I like to take the brush and kind of lightly stipple all over, and that way you don't get brush strokes. So there was no amount of moving, not moving, stippling, not stippling. Nothing about this brush worked for me. So I feel like the YouTuber that recommended it is a younger lady, and she may or may not have large pores. She may or may not have wrinkles. I don't know what she's got going on, but she hadn't got this going on. Or else she knows something I don't know. So this has not been a winner for me. What I did get out after I tried that brush, thinking, well, maybe I'm just not good with brushes, because like I said, I do like my beauty blender, but this brush is an IT brush for Ulta. It works perfectly fine, same technique, and the only thing about it, I do wish it was a little bigger so you could go a little faster, but you know what? At least it works, so that one is a good one. Staying with the brush category, I did go ahead and purchase the BK Beauty Hot and Flashy brush set, and it is a collection of 7. There is a like bronzer and powder brush. I do like it. It's got a great shape. It's worked out very well. They do clean up very well, and I'm in need of cleaning them up right now. My favorite of all the brushes, I would say, would be the concealer brush. It's got a nice shape. It is a similar shape to the BK Beauty, I believe it's a 101 foundation brush, and I have not tried it. It is on my radar, so I will hopefully be remembering to purchase that soon. But I do like it because it is bigger, and to me, sometimes my foundation brushes have been, or concealer brushes, sorry, have often been shaped more like this, and it's just harder to move the product around. This, I love it because if this is your face and you have, like I have a lovely zit going right now, I haven't had one there in 20 years. If you put a little dot of your concealer and then take this on the angle and stipple it around, it will disperse the product. You can fade out your lines or the edges, not necessarily your wrinkle lines. I wish I could. But I just like it. It is a good brush. I do think these are very good brushes. And then the rest are for eyes. So this is the A501, which is what you put what I like to use my all over light color eyeshadow for. I hope I told you these were eye brushes. Maybe I told you they were concealer brushes. But anyway, these remaining 5 are eye brushes. So this one, I use it to put my light color all over my eye area, my eyelid, and yeah. And then this is the A502. It's a little bigger, and apparently the Hot and Flashy lady, Angie, she developed these for a mature hooded eye. And so this one is where you would go in with your medium color and kind of do your fan shape. You would not put it necessarily on the movable part of your eye, but on the upper part of your eye to move that wrinkle that creates the hood, move that up a little bit. And then next you go in with your darker shadow that you would put right in your crease and use this one, which is the 504. And I may be using these wrong, but this is the 503, and what I like to do with it, oh, I'm pretty sure I am, but anyway, I actually use it for a blender just on the top. And then this flatter brush, the A505, is for whatever you're putting right over your movable part of your lid. So especially if you're using a shimmer, this is good because you get that control and you don't have shimmer everywhere. And I will say there has not been any fallout under my eye or beside my eye. They're just really good brushes. They are due for a cleaning, which you can see. I've been using them, well, it's been a week since I've cleaned them. So these are good. I do believe Angie has a discount code on her YouTube channel, so you might want to check that out, but they are worth giving a go, I think. And the last thing I want to mention is Lano lips, and I know I've talked about those before. It's a little bit expensive for what it is when you think of a small tube of lip balm that you can get this size, and for much cheaper you can get a big old tub of lanolin. So where I mentioned that, I will I put it in the cards so that you can look at that video if you want to, but they do have a collaboration. Oh, I don't know. Sorry about that. They do have a collaboration with Zimmerman right now, and I did buy 2 of the products. This is my favorite that I'm using right now is the Baby Rose Gold 101 ointment, and it can be used for lips or cheeks, and I just have really enjoyed it because it's a beautiful color, it's got a little shimmer, and it feels so good on your lips because it's lanolin. So it has unique packaging. It is, I believe, a limited time. There are 3 of these actually. This is the Baby Rose Gold. I also have the Rose Gold, which is a little darker, I would say berry color. And then there is a 3rd one. I don't remember its name, but it's more goldy. And that's not really colors that look good on me, so I didn't buy that one. But this I would recommend because it's not just lanolin, there's also color. It can be used on cheeks, and it's a very pretty wearable color. So I may actually go back and buy another 1 or 2 of these because I like it that much. So that is my faves and just 2 fails recently. And now that I've sorted everything out, I will have probably a lot more to share with you. So if you have any products you're wanting to try out, holler at me and I'll try it out with you and we can see if we like it or not. So that is it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already subscribed, if you would go ahead and hit the subscribe button, go ahead and hit that bell icon, and that way you'll get notified each time I post a new video. And if you would, give me a thumbs up if you like this kind of content so I'll know to make more of these sorts of videos. So I will see you next Sunday. Thank you again for joining me today and have a good week.